Guys, when it comes to the policy, okay, I like to follow the data. I like to follow the numbers. Okay. I try not to get my emotions and my feelings too caught up in my conclusions in regards to policy. Okay. And there are a lot of policies in which, the Republicans are right? And, to be more specific, there are policy discussions that are raging right now, right, regarding the stimulus check, in which the Republicans are right on stimulus. It should be more targeted. In regards to gun control, the Republicans are right. Only a minuscule amount of gun violence is done via mass shootings, okay? And overwhelming majority of gun violence, right, is done with handguns. And 60% of gun deaths are from suicide. No matter how much the Democrats want to play up on people's emotions regarding this issue, the numbers suggest that a ban on so-called assault weapons is just not warranted. It's just not warranted. And even if they ban these assault weapons, it would not do anything to curb gun violence at all. Okay? This is what the numbers say, right? So the Republicans are winners on these issues, according to the numbers. And another issue in which the conservatives may be winning when it comes to the numbers is the decision for Texas to open all the way back up 100%. Okay, remember guys, when Texas made this decision 2 to 3 weeks ago to open back up fully, the leftists and liberals came after the Republican governor, Greg Abbott, and said that this was Neanderthal thinking and that Texas will be a COVID-infested hellhole because of this policy. That's what they said. They criticized Texas, said they were costing people's lives, okay? And that, Joy Reid came to the conclusion that they just want to open up so black people can cook them steaks. They came up with all kinds of reasons for why this was the wrong thing to do. However, the numbers are suggesting otherwise. And the Democrats may try to play off your feelings. But in the words of the great Ben Shapiro, facts don't care about your feelings. And the facts are supporting the conservative argument on this issue. Let's take a look, as it has been reported that Texas COVID numbers decreased 17 days after mask other restrictions lifted. Okay? Let's read a little bit more here. Just over 2 days after Texas Governor Greg Abbott lifted coronavirus mandates, allowing businesses to operate at 100% capacity and made masks optional, the red state is still reporting decreases in cases and hospitalizations. The governor championed his state's success in a Friday night tweet saying, quote, "Today, Texas recorded the lowest 7-day COVID positivity rate since that data began being calculated, 5.43%. We also recorded the largest daily number of vaccines administered to Texans, 342,849. More Texans getting vaccines will keep down the positivity rate," he said, though adding that receiving the vaccine was always voluntary, as it should be. Texas reported 2,239 new infections Saturday, roughly 500 fewer cases on average from the previous week, according to data from the state's health department. Biden slammed Abbott's decision, which was shortly followed by similar mandate removals by Mississippi, as Neanderthal thinking. And this Neanderthal quote from Biden is actually very funny. It's real funny. Because it seems like, according to the numbers here, let's read here, while Texas reported decreased caseloads, the nation reported a 7% increase over the previous week with an average of about 7,000 new cases per day. Wait, so the Neanderthals are having decreased caseloads while the country as a whole that's living around the Neanderthals are having an increase. Wow. So who's really the Neanderthal, Biden? Is it Texas or is it the rest of the country? Because Texas has experienced a decreased caseload. The country that, some portions of are still locked down, that are still following your orders. And I'm not saying don't follow safety protocols. I'm just saying people should have freedom to follow and take care of themselves. But those states are having an increase. So who's the Neanderthal? Because the numbers might suggest that Biden is the one that's a Neanderthal here. As you can see, Texas, the great state of Texas, has completely proven the leftists who said that the state would become a COVID-infested hellhole wrong. Okay, because not only is the caseloads decreasing, but is also decreasing when the trend across the country is actually going up. Okay, and guys, what this demonstrates is exactly what the conservative argument has been the whole time, right? Is that people should have autonomy to decide how to take care of themselves, even during a pandemic. Okay, even during a pandemic, it is not the government's job to dictate how people live, even during a pandemic like this. Okay, that doesn't mean don't encourage people to follow safety protocols. That's not what that means, right? Because people should follow safety protocols. However, again, it comes down to the people in terms of how they want to go about doing this, right? The legislators in Texas understand that we are adults, and adults can make adult decisions regarding whether or not they want to go out, whether or not they want to risk getting infected, whether or not, they want to, continue to work. Okay, that is something that people can decide for themselves. And Texas is proving that it is possible to not have an authoritarian type executive overreach when it comes to these COVID policies, but still also be responsible. Now, obviously, this is early indications, right? This has only been 2 or 3 weeks. The trend may change, right? And if the trend changes, then I will follow up on that and to make sure I set the record straight. However, still at the same time, I don't think that changes the principle, which is that people should have the freedom to decide how they want to take care of themselves. Okay? Ultimately, at the end of the day, I think we are capable of doing that. And it seems that Democrats don't believe that we're capable of doing that. That's why they feel the need to impose a nanny state in which they have to enact draconian laws in order to infringe on people's basic freedoms. And you don't have to do that. People can take a look at the data. They can take in the information about the virus and then make a educated decision about how they want to go about handling it. And Texas, at the very least, is proving early on that the leftists was wrong on this issue, right? And that people know how to handle themselves without the need for the government to interfere. So, like I said, guys, if things change, then I'll make a follow-up video. But as of right now, it seems like Texas was right on this issue so far. And with vaccinations continuing to go up, I mean, this has become even less of an issue, right? So who knows if this trend will actually reverse. But we are apparently experiencing some troubles nationwide, which, again, begs the question of why is there not wall-to-wall coverage in terms of Biden's inability to control how much this virus has got under control, right? So we all know why. But anyways, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.